Hi y'all, Stitch and Jules here again. Wanted to show you a couple things as updates, but I neglected to show you one of my finished projects that I did for my husband when he was my boyfriend. It was our first Christmas together, and I found a project for him on Star Wars, or it was about Star Wars, but I found a project for him on Etsy that I really liked. If you have ever looked for Star Wars projects, this one probably has popped out to you because it's so cool. And this is one that I actually got framed, but as you can see, it says you don't know the power of the dark side, the outline of Darth Vader. Love this pattern. I mean, obviously it's like two colors. This is sort of a, it's an off-white 14 count Ada. I want to say it's like a cream, it's sort of a cream colored, definitely more of an off-white, but it was so soft and really easy to stitch. We're going to actually put this up here on the wall. This is actually quite a large wall. We're going to start using it as a place for my completed and framed cross-stitch projects. So that's going to be pretty cool. Speaking of which, we actually have a couple of projects that we took in to, actually I just took into Michael's to have them framed because it's really convenient and easy for me where I live. And so we took in a couple things that are going to eventually also go up on this wall as well. I think it's going to become a theme in 2017. I'm going to start framing all the things that I've already done and just have them completed. It helps, it really does help motivate you to keep stitching when you can actually see what you've done, and it makes you want to finish more projects, right? So speaking of finishing projects, I put my mind to it and I finished a little froggy. So as you can see, it is really absolutely adorable. My husband loves this. This is an unusual project for me in that there was backstitching to do at the end. I don't backstitch hardly ever. I hadn't done it in years, but I went ahead and did it. If you remember, there's another video where I talk about this particular project and talk about how I actually ran out of certain colors partway through and wasn't sure. I mean, it's obviously my fault in some regards, but what I ended up doing was it was this section right here. I'm going to tell you guys all this stuff. So it was this section right here that I sort of ran out of color on. So you can see the dark gray versus the light gray, and then the darker sort of purple colors, which actually is kind of neat. It actually goes together, almost looks like a shadow or something. So I really like it. Gonna find a cute little frame for it and stick it up on the wall as well. But love this project, Christmas present for some friends, and I'm glad that it's done. It's just one more thing that is done. Lastly, I had a question that someone posed to me specifically regarding the Boston Bruins project that I've had to restart multiple times. And the question was, do I mark my patterns? And the answer to that is I do now. For years, I never marked my pattern. I'm not even 100% sure why I don't or why I didn't. I think a lot of it had to do with I was worried that it would wash off. I guess I wasn't aware that there were washable markers for things like cross stitch. I'm very insulated in my cross stitch, or at least I have been to the last few months when I've started finding all these videos on YouTube. But I just thought that, or maybe that marking was cheating. Not that, I mean, it's cheating. I mean, what is cheating in cross stitch? Seriously. But I have a massive project that I'm working on that I am going to do a video about soon, and it is so much easier to mark or to work with marks. So I am actually going to go back to that Boston Bruins project, find some new fabric, larger sized, mark it out, and that actually might become a new travel project for me as well. I talk about how I like to take certain projects with me when I travel, which honestly I don't travel very much, so I don't have a big opportunity to do that. I may go to that last black and white Ronnie Rowe design and finish that, or at least work on finishing it maybe by the end of the year. But when you see what I've been working on with this massive project that I have, you'll understand maybe why some of these other projects have been slowed down. But I'm going to do a video on that soon. I would like to do it with some editing and overlay pictures and things like that and just talk about it in the background, and I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. So once I figure out how to do that, that video will go up and you'll get to see the huge project that I've been working on. But I just wanted to show you where things are at, and that I actually finished one other thing. And I'll have like I said, I think my next video is going to be on that gigantic project I'm working on, so stay tuned for that. Guys, have a great day, have fun stitching, and I will see you soon.